to start these things. 2 weeks have gone by. 2-week update. That's why I call it that. I don't call it that. I don't have a title. Bi-weekly update. There was a lady walking by and I didn't want her to think that I was crazy. I'm an American in Australia. I'm a little crazy. 2 weeks gone by. Remember last time when I talked about how they were going to announce the outreach teams soon? We find out soon what our outreach is going to be. Well, they did. Let me tell you that story. They gather us all in the performance room, which is where we have all our lectures and stuff, and they were like, okay, now we've hidden some papers around the room. Go find them and then put them together like a puzzle. And we're like, oh, what? Where did this come from? And what are we doing? So they had us look up for these pieces of paper, and we put them all together like a puzzle, and we found out piece by piece that they were locations. They were countries. There were outlines of countries and little riddles about what corresponded with what, because there were different countries. There were multiple countries in one outreach. So as you're putting the pieces together, you had to go and, okay, this one said blah blah blah, and you had to go find the verse that matches it. And so you realize that they're all part of the same outreach, and then we know the outreach locations are. You want to know? There were four different outreach teams. The first one is Australia and East Timor. But that team is being led by Oliver Dutton. I don't know where East Timor is. It's in the ocean somewhere. The second one is Australia and New Zealand. That's where they filmed The Lord of the Rings. And that is being led by Christian Johnson and Emily Babler. Cool people. The third one is England and Singapore. And that one's being led by Nathan and Candace Howlett. And then there is Malaysia, led by Alexandra Rose and Michael Santos. Aren't you glad I told you? You're excited. I bet you're excited. So they had us pray about it. Coming to DTS, I had this country on my mind. And the country had happened to be one of the locations that was revealed as one of the outreach locations. But as it was being revealed, I was like, I don't feel led to go here anymore. And then another location popped up, and I'm like, my heart started pounding, because I was like, because I felt like I should go there. So I prayed into it, and God kept revealing thing after thing about this location that I should go there. They give us 3 days to decide, or to pray about it and give an answer. And then we go camping. We had 6 days of anticipation. So let me explain. There's 3 schools along with the DTS thing that I'm a part of right now. There's the Summer Classic, there's the Sports DTS, and the Surf and Skate DTS. I'm part of the Summer Classic. Each my voice had a frog in it. Each school has different themes and stuff that correspond with the themes. So the Surf and Skate, obviously they go surfing and skating, and the Sports play sports. And then the Summer Classic, what do they do, you might ask? Summer Classic things is what we do, and one of those classic-like summer things is camping. So we went camping, and that was great fun. We had a speaker, and she spoke on spiritual warfare. So that was really interesting. I definitely learned a lot about like how we all have the ability and gifts through Christ that he had while he was walking on the earth. So that's cool. Pretty much, and what she was saying is like you have to just believe and have faith that God can do the same things that he did back then today. He can still heal, and people can still prophesy, they still speak in tongues, and they all still have these gifts that he had that the apostles had while they were doing their ministry too. So that was really cool, and we learned a lot about just like spiritual warfare stuff, which is a lot more than just angels and demons fighting. It's like a lot. It's like it's internal and it's a constant battle upstairs, if you know what I mean. One thing that really kind of stood out to me is that she was talking about how Daniel was praying for something and the answer didn't come for 2 weeks. And when it did come, the angel carried the message, said that it was delayed because he was battling a lot in the heavens. So that's why his answer didn't come when he wanted it to. But that was kind of cool. That was a cool week. We went tubing. We hung out in the water a lot. We went out in the water at nighttime, which was just amazing. The stars lit up the lake, and it was just really cool. So we went camping for 6 days, and then we come back. On the day we come back, they say, "Oh, everyone gather in the hall. We're gonna do." I guess Owen Wilson was there. "Everyone gather in the hall. We're gonna do something." Or George Bush, one of the two. 3 people weren't there. We weren't able to talk about it. They're like, "We'll have to reveal it on Sunday." So we're like, okay, that's fine. And so we're all speculating, oh, what are they going to talk about? Oh yeah, they're talking about outreach locations and where we're going. Okay, then we did Youth Street the next day, and then we have this thing called Nighty Time, which is like we clean up the warehouse after Youth Street, split us all into teams, and then they're like, okay, team 1, you're gonna do this, da-da-da-da, you're gonna do this, da-da-da-da, you're gonna do that. And oh, by the way, these are your outreach locations and teams. Ooh! Who saw that coming? So here's a picture of my outreach team and locations. I'm going to England and Singapore, and I'm super excited. Just be praying about it because I still need a little bit more funding for it. I think it's not a lot either compared to the last time I'm going to England. And there's kids coming and they're looking at me funny. So I'm going to end this now. I'll see you next time.